development everybody nyinaa no yebetimi aba wehu. A lot of people are asking sir, with the current development of a tussle in court, especially the High Court, last Saturday there was a High Court ruling. We'll come to that subsequently. Na yeniwe di Hong Kong. But the most important question, no, say seat in the Parliament, and it is expected say enumere yebetimi aswe wamo in on behalf of the New Patriotic Party, and then over the National Democratic Congress in so how many seats and a seat no dodo ahe ana ekra wo mo sese ewo oman no mrahye bedwam na foforo aye kwa rem no ye the figures ni nyina no e de bema surely give or take we constituencies no atwema mentwi aba ho ni nyina no a will give you the figures. The NDC crash say na afi the NPP crash say making up the total numbers. It is expected say later tonight edumre you betimi aso e wo mo in now the entire akwakoba ni say SSS before ye beso e obampanyin bi in ana ye de besi akonwa so no SSS ye di kan de emrahye bedwafo no esi akonwa so ansa na yetimi aso e wo mo in no ene say emrahye bedwa no eye House of Representative ne senti Ghana for peso ahodo ni nyina ana mu nyina no moto santen koto aba edema mo mrahye bedwafo. For that reason yemra no ekase omampanyi bi esua ede a kire oman na esese osua de kire oman mu ni nyina na oman mu nso akwakoba ne se yiyi nkrofo de esi ya namu se womo ana enhwe na afedwumadi ahodo bi a ekoso aban mu no womo atimi edi se adwumadi no ede amaye. For that reason the president will have to swear in Parliament in the presence of all the members of Parliament elected by the electorate and as the good people of Ghana. Na afe enwechi no amamuo no umotimi asese aban no amba bibia no atwa. So this has been a tradition over a year 5 to 8 times and elections in Ghana, but after every major election year we go through this particular event. This year and yet different. We'll still go through it. Na afe omayeno yetimi ama yekabi mame nkabia yede eye adwuma no etimi agina ne nan so ye. Enti stay with us. Free Sabri kono yene wo edi ho enkomo ye wia ye bejemo edi ama Sejo eni ni team no na afe womo edi eye sports no any news no edi aba after 10 o'clock here kono na anumre ye besan so abebiem na yene watena se kosise Yabeswe in Emrahye Bedwafo no the new Speaker of Parliament obedi the 9th Parliament no enim no yene wo ana ebeye se adwuma no later tonight. And just stay with us na update ni nyina no yede bema ewa ha no. Na African Post Ziga tena se happy new year nana Maakye.
Yeah, happy new year Kwame.
That's to say
Nyakopa daroma bibia boko.
Yeah, fine. I feel na koye
Kwame akoye papa na domara kwa na hunuma bro ne nanimu nyam kanea.
That's right.
Extra year so enti afie twam no Kwame enyame adomara kwa bibia kwa na kwa so.
That's right.
Yes, ye de aseda be manyame. We say Kwame nye easy o.
Enye easy sir.
Enye easy kwa we say 365 days.
Exactly.
Kwame nye nipa nyina na to obi kura no afe no to no na sesime di ka wa afe no mu no hwere no kwa obi hwere no kwa do hwere di kan obi hwere no kwa de di kan obi su na otwe di kan na obi su bosu be di kan obi wo hodo mo abosome no afe na mpam no hwere no kwa obi su baya bedu December 31st December da kwa mo hwere no kwa wan hu ayi 2025 eti kwa mo de yakọ akukura hwe ase ka mu tena Kwame ye shikoba shishui
kumase na wo bana wo tukwan na wo faha sotro mutina kra nyi.
Yes, any ye fere is a town trip or run ko buy ko fu efra emo saba waka omo nye happy with it omo be happy with it Kwame nini na aka ho
pressure eba
enye easy Kwame easy enti Kwame akotwe ho pa.
That's right.
Honestly speaking, I'm taking a rest because Kwame 3 a.m. 345 sir 365 days Kwame nyezo ya mana kahama Sunday kura na o madwuma no Kwame du hot man wani ati untimi na bi enti se Basia on fanche. There's all cottageon. When to Kwame accordia when yaba.
That's right.
Nanyamia Domaraka, Wabia, what did you about Twasso?
Yaba Twasso, na yen affair a chair mono, yetimia Twasso, I better this year, sir, you bet me a boama or Mayeno, Kabi Mamin Kabino, any amem winning in answer, etime according him now. Makacho that say enumri yebesanso aba na afe yene wo edi enkomo nana tonight yebewaha na swearing in of the 9th parliament, on the eve of a year 7th of January yede hu nkomodi ni nyina no edi beba enumri yebetine mu akwa kosi wo china swearing in no ebetime asase enti 9th parliament no yeswe wo mu in wia. We'll take a break a little. Now, I feel Sanso Daniel, na Yaba Anopano.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
The national swearing in, no, and Yaba better to us. Baba
Kwame,
move back and I feel excuses to be any baby.
Abadi baby, Kwame, you have no choice because say election avenue.
Yeah,
you be on the 7th.
Exactly.
You understand? You be on the 7th. See a catch and call for say. Election avenue is not dena yet to abanikwa. Say yaba betina si Kwame. Tama ye registration yaka ho asem. Ye limited registration yaka ho asem. Obi an question ni din say where you know. Yaka ho asem. Filing yaka ho asem.
Exactly.
Nomination yaka ho asem.
Party primaries
yaka ho asem. Ni na election avenue.
Exactly.
And ya ba do the voting day. And ya declaration.
Exactly.
Kwame ni na ya tena haka ho asem. It is swearing in. The ni ye na ede na ni ye for. Where
ni ye akosisi ye be yo man pegi ni aso ani in.
Ti say ya betra an kan che Ghana for say ya so man pegi in na che say any new members of parliament ya shama ya to am so aba na che say ya be ye hwe.
Adwuma ye animu.
Ya animu.
Exactly.
Eti the election avenue no nyame ya adomo ochina after say the president elect John Dramani Mahama. Yes, okuta state sword ni wie ni edidi si akonya no so na okasa wia Kwame ya election
avenue.
Dia kan ye
amemu any policies our promising here. And no na ye ba be gatekeepers. Na ye dia track one after the other.
Yes.
Before you make a break ni gina 120 days. The promise of John Dramani Mahama and in the NDC. And the Ghana for no will be tracking all of them one after the other. Na ya say I mean those promises will be duly fulfilled. Is it na ya ka say enye de wo kan bi mu enye de wa ka na to nipa ni tim no de agina so ato aba ma ene de wo ye eno no na ye ba be track amamuo no promise a wo de ba ye say Ghana for ehwe wonsem a wo ka so eto aba ma wa odi asoafo mako sisi ade de be ye adwuma no na afenpon ye ba be hese system ministers na be appoint emro so mako kura nkonkotwem we no maka dada excuses bia ni ba bia
Baba Kwame
John Mahama so the system ministers eno an ye hwe difference bia ni ba
Kwame yesra mo say sadie ya sha ase ntam dodo Kwame so obi make promise na so oba na so hunu say see aye transition
yeah
amapanyi kofo ka bi after the transition no who say no mentimi mfa sa ministers na me kokae no emfa mu oman no de me kwa tiase aya yemma yenti ho ase say your political talk ho Kwame ye digi to bi ni aya ade ni ye de Ghana for hwa animu say inflation no a Kwame na rise ko too much
yeah
Kwame en san konembiem ti say de eno na hia enye ministers me de me no ehokwa de ya me hwe ho de be karo atase
me too
se omampanyini John Dramani Mahama se obe defeat ono akasa ne promise na se Kwame wakacha wo se obe defeat ono akasa ne promise na odi 200 ministers na be ya adwuma na se Kwame for 4 years yetiminya dollar e mani gina ba bia gina ya Kwame will be okay so the 200 ministers and a bear Juma Kwame. Ness interest rate back from the inflation ya ka ho asemi Kwame. De bia be koni atoto nuomam, obe koni atoto nuomam, se Kwame ejaya. Ness ejire ba bia ejire ya for 4 good years. Kwame eno ne hia yayi. Enye sabin predua so bia ye kwa appoint no amana kobo man panini. O man panini kufo akabi anya yie. Eye political talk. E bet me abase me ka 60 ministers no me ye transition wie no me hwe ba bia ya hwe nam na kwa kodu no a Kwame bia na 80 ye fa say ministers na beboa me eno no Kwame, you swallow your ego. You understand? You don't sit down for your egoism. Emo man and tetem pansam abra we here is 80 ministers. Abaya maya nya sade mumi anya abotransa. I
agree with you, sir. Economy don't Ghana for so
yeah.
But what I'm saying is that you promise the people something. Now, first of all, yemfa conversation no in perspective, okay? John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, President-elect, is not just a mere person. And yet, the Edikani Awo Babe, okay? Was serving the first term. The second term, Anna Wenya, okay? Anna Wako Asanso Abebim a stage a comeback. Now, the question is that he's been in that office before. When him the office, okay? For 4 years, he was a leader of this country. On him sector be my way, okay? In those times, now you saw about 82 to 84 ministers. And then the year Juma.
Yeah.
Now he comes back to tell us that there is so much wastage in the system. Okay? One more for ministers it comes with so many things. Already know what my CS sika ne ho. Okay? Entino sikana ene ho no, we will have to cut down on certain things. Certain things now you be cut down. It begins from where we are. Okay? Enti ministers no betimi aye adwuma ife. Me, I have always said, sir, I don't see the reason why I was in a separate ministry for communication and information. It is debatable.
Yeah.
Over aviation, you bet you mu bebre ya. I don't see the need.
Yeah.
Because consequentially, no, you bet me at nasi as subjective. Okay? The achievement of those ministries are you creating, in the last 8 years ago. Okay? Now ya shese sa ministries na ye separate yeni nyina eboa yeni ana. Under former President Kofo, na Ministry of Youth and Sports and Education Ministry na ebom. Oti ase wo mo ye adwuma bebre osafo mafo mo be ye adwuma bebre. Bibia no I say ye. Oti ase. Now substantially your separate ministries, okay? What has been the achievement of all the ministries? Enti debatable. You bet me a debate. In my view, there are some of the ministries you bet me a magic. A ministry like fisheries and agriculture. Okay? Merge two ministries na me who the besi, me who the besi. Okay? Enti cutting down, a lot of wastage in what system name. The fisheries ministry in the last 8 years. And near my ministry etimi achieve through the implementation of policies debatable. You bet me a so ashe near my etimi aba from that ministry you create ye create sanitation ministry. Sanitation ministry you bet me at Nasia calculate say in the last 8 years what exactly did the sanitation ministry achieve for this country. Okay? You create ministry na kwa pollution tax and a levy at the buyer. Said ye be ya you bet me dia ye adwuma me kroni mu ate ye ka say kroni mu ate na sanitation issues saying this ifate should we still continue to keep that particular ministry? What you say? So realistically these are some of the things usisika ne ho no mo you handle the issues according to the little you have. Again, in previous government nana ufa ministry to say national security ministry. Previously, nanka ye national security coordinator, okay? Now we no a coordinate because already defense ministry interior ministry NIB mo so in terms of your security architecture we did not have a ministry. The coordinator sit there coordinates na fe timi aboa all the heads of all the agencies ni nyina di nkomobom and sakra na wosaba presidency in previous government, President Kufuor time, Rawlings time, Atamosi time, you were national security advisor no ho, yes I was national security coordinator no ho. It is under Nanado Danko Kufuor and will create a whole ministry for security, okay, national security. Minka say ya the body substantially abua because ebia at the time threat and ebo man sunu na hu hia again wo hwe de owura kandapa be ya nana through the ministry no watimi amayenya a blueprint. Okay, there is a whole policy document on our national security architecture. And now this government will have to decide. Ora John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government will have to decide whether to keep the National Security Ministry or to reverse back to the Atetenona. Okay? Say Wamubeyi coordinators near there. Already Krani ye kase no Wamu forming up a national security team.
Yeah.
We mention certain people and Wamu say in the interim no Wamu ana insecure that Wamu here said national security ejumano Wamu betimi aye. Does that mean say the ministry now what was say no your friend the national security ministry no wababa begi e free one man. A lot of things will happen because now if you decide to keep all the ministries and another dan kwekufu adu create here then substantially 60 now what promise no enya de betimi aye adwuma sa because you need more hands to occupy those positions. Now the moment I will appointing more hands, okay, it is also a burden on your national coffers. We benya V8, we benya way all the things are ministerial appointment no no as a government you would have to provide. And me in my view and in my thought, a country I see yanisika okay, your economy natiti and pansam no. This is where the beginning must start. And no one reversing your money. Now for what position ye? I mean, in my view, John Mahama and the NDC, His Excellency, might have thought of the promise. Say, what will bet me the 60 ministers no edia year juma. Now, I mean, Bibian where say, on my way with about 32 million population, who use system minister? Bibian where say, okay, and then we make sure say we position the country just as Nana report has said in the right perspective. The most crucial ministries, is what is most important. Education, finance, health, and all those ones. There are 18 major appointments, and only a requirement, say at any point in time, to form a cabinet, okay? Constitution provides say you need not less than, 18 ministers to be in your cabinet. Now, we use our ministers, 18 new year, and one for me cabinet now. The Abeka be a addition. Opa bet me the Abeka, Opa bet me the year. And that is what the Constitution says. And clearly, me, in my view, this is where the things begin. Now, who breaking that promise? It's a promise you've given to the people. Say, who the 60 ministers be year, people will begin to see you in a certain way. But my main call line is so that minye juma way embra. Na yeni enkomo. My main Dr. Daniel Appiah any enkomo na anopei yemi say the phrase here as a country. What will be the new direction? At the end, they say yetimi eye. Wano eye political scientist and then a governance expert. Doc, what you mean? Appiah, good morning. Then pom to say.
Mr. Speaker. Good morning. Nyamiadom mpomu eye so nema etiefo nyina so ate ene afisiapa.
Etiefo nyina so eje so anopa yeni anso yema wa afisiapa na University of Ghana boko de.
Ahono boko transfer school for no everybody. That's what was to
Very well. First off, Yatuaba as a country on December 7th, Ochina Eyezali 1 month, Yatuaba, there is a declaration, Gazette, there is a new president-elect transition team, you're forming Air Koso. Baby, are you free from December? Ababedru Anopeya Yedin Komo as a country. Maminje, we initial view on it. The SCCC, in respect of the elections, the aftermath of it, seat Nibia and Crawford Brenano and Tiwa Muhuase. Na afe yemra the details.
So Speaker, and I was saying, so Oshe, the Cocoto, Abanoa, Yame, and Chadi, Abatuano, Nina, Echo, Asumujimu, Yante, Efe, Abatuano, Ebreno. It to be a Korean and Nipebi, a woo ye, a Sanya, Abatu Ababe saying call that are not a BCC. I mean, Abatu a 2024 Abatu, a call a year after so a day after that, a man, a coupon. Let me say, baby, I taught Makakra, and they say, yankoto abada yewi impeswaso beye enkonom ye collation and recollation declaration and the election better say ye declare electoral commission declare as soon as say every free adibet tribune or better say commission no assessment and no say or maintain every and say no ama atos ama abatoɔ no yakoto ye ya sa edemi aba beka ho ama Appiah kakra hono na ye hwese no so no commission no any court any party for no everything atnase na fe ye de sa nyama ni na no akọ ewiyepa ama Ghana na ntoma pa wafura na ye nim se oye asudweman na kabima menkabi no e wasro yie no na ye hwe Africa ha democracy de ye beta se Ghana ekɔ n'anim yie pa yɛtumi de saa ntoma pa no yɛtumi akɔso ade efra ama asomdwe ɛne bibia abakosi tayo.
Very well. Now, Doc, Ebano a year public administration, I mean, department away University of Ghana there would the at the Chemo Kotini pa na Ebano research near the Ensua, Wabo Homodinge. Now, public sector reform, now the promise of John Dramani Mahama, 7 days government with a year 60 ministers. What do we need to do in our public life as a country ahead of the swearing in?
Mr. Speaker, I'm saying question here pa. Nyama I was Omani Siciano ye and the adults in pa.
Okay.
Because Osha about to understand ya SCB Koyena. Ultimately was a BBC that a fourth republic you party me no afano NPP any NDS me back to a baby na gapa down montem no ebebe 10%. Utimi hu se ebufu ewo eye oman no bupana nipa bebre ebufu eye aban ewo so tia ekori na aban ewo so tia okono so hwe ni mbodi mbo a wabo na abotumi se nipa bebre na echese mbodi mbo obo no answer ni kra nti nyoma bielu na ama aban a obe onya vote odinya no.
Okay.
And sa aban a wosi wa mbon ho yi wa mbon ho modern ana bebre na to say wa mbon ho modern e bi ni say obesha secondary school for ikra no omo results omo release the list because aban ntimi ntia wa e the content yes for so sa na no so kokosi ye o hwe nyoma bebre so obetia we ye di wake up nti sanya ye di sha se no na obete omano edeka wa haya dia ho ba kodom IMF yewi na ban sansu wi ni tem tula ye da ho se IMF wa se omo wi adwuma our think to me form what is a public health expert no me ade but ye mfi be nan no omo da ho atifi nti bebre na ebu efu yi pa enti ye to omo to abana se ya omo eto nsa nti omo sansu de omo ani akwa akosi abanya ebe yi so se o sa abanya ebe tumi ye ensakaye ewo economy no mu ama nipa bebre na no enya ahoto then so hwe yeman so a anya yesika sem nyina ababeye basa na Ghana yedi kapa edu baby kwa na se bibi memu ye kan man ye de odi kapa na nka Ghana na edi kan oban no obenya sika e wo hefa ene watumi e de aye nia bebre na hwe senka eye economy no ebetumi ayeyi. At the same time, also, Osheti and Assibit na corruption no ababe foye and many debris. Ama a year siko, any bibimemuku, a mind debris, a Kubi no aboy coco. So, yen to me, and to change my yen sakaya, and she baby crano, or mine, your democracy, no, a veteran, Ama Yako, baby, is a military rule. A Kubi to say Afro barometer, no me a demon boy coco. And you know, Appiah all the Nyama mienu pote pa na nipa bebre na ehwe so betumi aye say be yaban yamambo no sakraye ama afi obi kokodi esika ana se politician bi ana se o man pani bi kokodi esika ana minister bi akwa kokodi esika ye betumi di na kwa kogina court na afi esika no de ne betumi na afi esanso yensa aka esika corruption moka say akoso baby bebre no nipa bebre na ehwe say the corruption no cause bebre dia ene wo be ma ye mu no say omo edi dream ama man na ba be example so asisia no bebe na sika kwakoka edwemo no sanko ko nyina no obetumi edi omo kwakogina asendibia ama yensa aka yesika ana yetumi edi atoto omo ano ama yehunu senia na semo enye de no ye de na kwakosi fiase. At the same time, also bebe na so the constitution the woman no constitution no said you and one yet now one fi ediasan yi ene lechi enti ediasun bia badie enso nya constitution a etumi eboaye ema yetutu yesikasem yi yetumi etoto yamambo no yi ene se obi ekoko fa yesika bi wa ba mo no kokodia obi say attorney general what nipa no attorney general de nipa no court no attorney general na so your party member ono anso obi aban no na appoint no na better on the attorney general no shana nipa no on pa no court no sa pe nipa no ene nampo o share your auditing system na so auditor general also koko di yesika sem echi we juma ekwekomu ekese bibia atutu ni yi na also aban ko na waba no appoint ni pe bia into me emwa so wo share abra na do aban ba ya na nke wa attorney general the auditor general be e friend no Mr. Daniel Yadomelobo enye MPP na appoint no into se sakaya e ba se ye farmer obi edi sika ne de na akogina court obi edi we ya se yesan so ka kanobra ye beton we japade ye be di we na so man na san so ye ne sika so na do aban ma sa auditor general e go potmesi je ba be se na nan no wanjimi anyahwe nti ko bebe na atasa sa ne ma ye be ye constitution no mo ensakaye ye be ya mambo no mo ensakaye ama ye nya independent bodies omo betumi aboa oman na afi yesikasem ya mambo sem se ye tumi se obi nsa no wonye ni hia ye betumi da kwa ko gina bia aye nipa no do na benya abehemu se afi ye betumi edisa nipa no ye betumi atrese won ama ya mambo no etumi akọ nkan because Ghana ye kapa jank ye nya independence nka Ghana ne nyama Ghana your money yetumi kwa akọkọta man bi no mo te se eye gini ye mo 10 million pounds ye mama man be benasika ntinka ye sika man pa anase ko man anya me adum ye atiche ne ma bebre nanso ya mambo nko yiti and they be Rwanda no we sign Ghana ho Benin no we sign Ghana ho Senegal no we sign Ghana ho ntse ye ntumi ande ya mambo ni je ya anya reforms dia emi so them say your last chance anya me e dia do ya edi ansha na ye democrat na free and pasania bebre na boy kokono emi so we dia be to be akafa nia expectations ye hwehwe every aban urban ehod amayeman no etumi eginedi.
Okay, now let's deal with the specifics. I mean, there is a 120-day promise, and no, the yebeba so after swearing in, no, a happy no, na afe yede again Ura John Dramani Mahama Esia Konya. So, but tonight, Oko Parliament, there will be a dissolution of the 8th Parliament. Na afe enumre yasanso aswe in. The 9th Parliament eba already no clerk of Parliament send a communique no ede aba. What are we supposed to expect as a country? Last 4 years was very abysmal incident I see, you know. Are we to expect same tonight?
Mr. Speaker, the worship in here about to echo here. Last 4 years, you know, you saw baby, you know, you could never be a friend hang Parliament. MPP ni NDC na obi ekra 137 and you know na ye expect say abato over the friend speaker and jamtini or deep parliament ni no na bebe na ye expect say enya dia ebeye ahojoso na sanso na ekoko ye last 4 years and so o share abato ye kokoto ye umu say NDC party no we need majority a yekasiye pa ebinum kwa president super majority and a majority we bet media yen sakai bebre ewo ye constitution NPP as say ba be minority and a party kitwa our parliament no the number no enya dia wonya emu efakra and you ye share enimu say about we say dey ebeko asumdwemu and what a president or Banansoa, what say, what a Yura, Honorable Kingsford Bagbin Echi. And then, idea, yes, but it's a party, NDC, 4 members of parliament, so Betwama. Now, what's the crown points? You are Bambabi, Yaba Betwama, and NDC, 4 Etomano, and San Obabi speaker. NPP, 4 be answer Etomano. And then, we or DDPT, even NPP, a year, we in a year, Professor Michael Quay. And then, Oko Parliament, Mr. Speaker, Bagbin. Or a family, a NDP, NDC. And in here, midnight, and a G, around 12 midnight. Over to about a speaker for dissolve parliament. Now, Bibia and the court assumption. Minjili say, Urua Abambabi, Ubenya, Abano Debris, a train. Even NDC 4 members of parliament are what parliament in the crown. About the speaker.
Very well, but what might have necessitated the fact is say president-elect from the office said the communique about NDC members of parliament in Yidano must ensure say one more nominate a year Speaker Bagbin. Now, a dear neighbor Contia, ebema that trust and confidence Asanso Ababiem.
The speaker said, Uti NDC for no penifona ye and a Yura, a president elect Mahama, or Munina Bibrinano, Ano Eco Benco, say, or Mopesa, or Maim, or Moye, governance reforms, Cassia, and answer Kaidibri, or Yamambu Emo. And in this, Person Williams, a Kaidibri, where Yamambu Emo Sudia, and you're not Sabria, who crop 4 years to pay about a year Santa Kay. And Yamre when you will be for said you own him among Guru and his soul.
Okay.
And answer own him parliament, and to be at a total. I think you didn't buy for class 1. About that channel ABC, the JB, or Munisa, a year and Renocra. And I get us to be so ultra a year, Bambabi, a bag year. A year parliament, on Mancasano Crano, why Yansaka debris. Dear friend, standing orders of parliament, committee. Yatiti Chemu Parliament, why, NPP, any NDC, Punina members of Parliament, or many Ajibri. And then, also, Bambabi Ubia, or 1 year Cassapa. Wababe minority leader pen, Wababe majority leader pen. If you want your watcher, Wapa, not a Yuga Bambabi and Wachepa. Also, the Casa, which is all reforms. Mahama, Efes of Abayano or reforms, no Echipa. Obabe speaker, the another can answer, you hear reforms or your mangumu, you hear reforms, your mangumu. Intino Sabe, Mahama, Ukura, Fika Credi, a 1 year, not Obia, or 1 year pa. Not also what we could do, like a bull and a man. Both NPP and NDC deciding a woman, or let me empty one winning and what me achieve with a ghost. This is the time you may not you were a Mahama, and the quite in him and then no Osini was and was that was also a renominated a Yura Bambabi, not also a Babi speaker for the 9th parliament. To me, Abuani Media of Udio.
Yes, but many a year analysts have said, Speaker Bagbin a year controversial. Ocean the issues, SEC court embattlement, trying to wield certain powers at the money home as a Speaker of Parliament. It do be challenging the judiciary over certain rulings. Plus, even the executive or paying Nanado Danko Ekufuado second term ye ya pass a bill, ubet me the bill na ba won't mean fama. I mean, lot of controversial issues and the first 4 years as a speaker, no, it's me a see yet. Now, I mean, going forward, no, are we still to see some of these things happening as an independent speaker or leader of the legislature? And that's Eniema Ebesisa, because presumably, Ebi at the party and a while by Musa say.
The speaker said, Medimason, as a form 8 years. Now, may say if we end this for no be grandpa, no say, go, if we don't class the Munya and come with the speaker for. Ana mi be some say aden some nya ministry so mu be sick for almost say o sama abamba bi ho no no o ti me say what say bi to say or your objective or your neutral person na eto de bia as onka ma party no papa na sai pan so na campaign be so ba bigile Ghana ye here no nipa or your two partisan or your nipa ye nipa ye pa ko ye nsakaye o mango no say eye kokwa obeka say kokko eye tuntum obeka say tuntum eye fita obeka say fita enye obi a oye yes man na afi nya echa kra na ka say ade we say ye entia ejina ho no enti sa wo hwe eye yewra abamba be ni su ene de pan na oye obi a bebre na ewu ne say oye a very neutral person. The only parliament here, Bible saying, and here Bible dissolve and a year, that makes a 137 and a 137 and a friend hang parliament. What the Sanya Abambabe, when crop parliament, ye who say, you will be at Tamakonia at Wabobi, Obia Pako Tam, maybe a speaker, Obia Pako Tam, I did Yako trouble, business to see a mind so now. Now to Miss Yera Abambabe, were born homebody and Papa.
Oh, so fortunate. That is Dr. Daniel Appiah, one a political or a governance and then political science expert, speaking to us from the University of Ghana, Department of Public Administration, and Yenine Din Common. Originally, Doka Yadi, Yenda Nase, na Yentuaso. Now, say ye, cause 30 minutes after 8, but you're to me, I join your conversation. No, I haven't paused ewa, but my main kind statement way Emma na Endra Anna Sakrate Eba, President-elect mandate NDC parliamentary leadership to nominate Right Honorable ASK Bagbin as Speaker of the 9th Parliament. The President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has in consultation with the National Executive and the parliamentary leadership of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, mandated the nomination of the Right Honorable Urban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin as Speaker of the 9th Parliament for the 4th Republic. Right Honorable Bagbin has distinguished himself in the service of Parliament, rising from Member of Parliament for Nadoli Kaliu to becoming a minority leader and majority leader respectively, and subsequently as a Speaker of the 8th Parliament. He brings a wealth of experience to the position, which will prove vital in steering the affairs of Parliament at this critical period in Ghana's democratic and legislative development. The President-elect convinced that under the stewardship of Right Honorable Urban Bagbin, Ghana's Parliament will be further strengthened and deliver effectively on its oversight responsibility. And this was signed by Special Aid Ura Felix Kwache Ofosu Ana Ninsa Eshesa Krateyi Asia Endra Etimi Ebaye. Now say ye kasado paying so Speaker Bagbin so at the statement ni be at the about 8:15. But you're joining live at Facebook na yenkin kai and also enfamao. Now statement of gratitude from Right Honorable Urban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament. I extend my profound gratitude to the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for the honor, trust he has in consultation with the national executives and the parliamentary leadership of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, placed in me by the decision that I be nominated to be elected as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. This is both a profound prestige and privilege, and the onerous responsibility, a responsibility that I do not take lightly. I am deeply humbled by His Excellency's confidence in my ability to lead the August House as we begin a new chapter in our nation's democratic journey. Throughout my years of service to Parliament and the people of Ghana, I have always remained loyal to Ghana and committed to the principles of justice, fairness, and respect for the rule of law. As a Speaker of the 9th Parliament, I will continue to uphold these values and ensure that the 9th Parliament operates with the highest standards of integrity, transparency, accountability, and inclusiveness. I would like to take this opportunity to assure the president-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the good people of Ghana that I will, more than before, rededicate myself fully to the task ahead of the country, working to strengthen our democratic institutions and to ensure that Parliament remains an effective and responsive institution to the needs and hopes of the people of Ghana. Once again, I thank the President-elect, the National Executives, and the NDC parliamentary leadership for the singular honor to have served as a second term of the Speaker of Parliament for the Republic of Ghana. And this is what the office of the Speaker and so at the Abba as at this morning, thanking President-elect John Dramani Mahama said wetimi aboni din said one so Emra Meye leader for the 9th Parliament. Now mame Emra was so na interesting times ahead.
Yes,
and Speaker Bagbin responded to the statement Oruakwachi for so Edeba Bontain appreciating say Neniso the Omampenyin John Dramani Mahama so aye Ede Amano. Mamincho when ho na afiyen trust.
Oh yeah, Kwame, Mr. Just give me a minute. Now, me finish it. The next can have some. Yeah, maybe it's Speaker Bagbin. Then she said, Kwame.
Yes.
The number of ministers here can have some. So Kwame, me come akola na me kotadia.
Yes.
Ebia na me koye no. Nenke 10 cedis. But na de ko 20 cedis. Na about 20 cedis no.
Yeah.
Makoto abasa de be ya enko 30 cedis. Eti metu abana remaining ewo 20 cedis no for the next 4 years. Kwame, I don't care about number of ministers. Ya appointed ya Kwame. E make it sad ye ni for that.
Okay.
They make what I say. BGDA said that is what Ghanaians are looking for. It is not the number of ministers Obi Beka se me appointed. Show. Sad that make bibi say. Official President go 4 time no. Near work and housing, water and sanitation. Near one ministry, a boom.
Yeah.
Rahak Bousu Ajimai. And Madame Cecilia Abnadapa as a deputy. Kwame, they were able to achieve something. Nanado Dan Kwaku for Adubai was say, let me separate the 2 ministries.
Yeah.
Water and work and housing and one side. The water and sanitation call one side. The president Nanado Dan Kwaku Fuado and the state of that ministry and written the oyenisa. Eti Ora John Dramani Mahama Aban Oba before be merge the 2 as a social the situation whether see a chemuno they were able to achieve their goals. For example, when you take the water and sanitation, for example, Madame Cecilia Abnadapa, for 6 years, Ghana was not able to record cholera case. It was a fact. Was a fact. Okay. Then you take the sanitation situation in the country. Say, Nanado Dan Kwaku Fuado say, remember the Greater Accra, and that's Accra, Abe the cleanest city in the West Africa. Was he able to achieve it? And on there were under who? Madame Cecilia Abnadapa. Okay. Yanko water and sanitation. Water coverage in this country, according to Ghana Statistical Service, say the water coverage in this country is 92%. Okay. Ye chemuna money 92%. No. Ye nya potable water 92%. No. How many household toilets do we have? Facilities that we have. Time ye chemuno, were we able to meet the 1 million? Household toilets are buying cars obesino. Factor in they were able to achieve. It is a memejia, ebia, baby, I mean some person made water and sanitation and work and housing economy. But the money paba kwabi energy. We should not put pressure on the president to say, Wakasa me used to 60 ministers. The more no you put to that pressure, no? Ni amana swallow ni ego. No one near Juman Kwame, yay, to me before the whole battery.
Okay, so my main point of information, even as we speak, it's not just about what we are analyzing, but information available no indicates already ministries are going to be merged. We are going to have a total of 63 ministries. And sanitation, so now the numbers will come up to 63. Sanitation, just as you mentioned, will go back to works and housing, okay, and then fisheries will go back to a Ministry of Agri. They are even saying that it's likely, youth and sports. I mean, you bet me so merge. Communication and information is merged already. We are told say Omanibuama is likely say obeti be so once everything is put together, we are going to have a maximum of 63 ministries.
That's fantastic, Kwame. So 63 ministers, Kwame said the one ko baby. 63 ministers, Kwame one ko baby. You watch Agric. Kwame, Agric is not a small sector. Second, third to our GDP. Third, foreign exchange enough for the GDP to the GDP. The American what I say.
Yeah.
It is a big Kwame. In 2016, Agric nearly growth RSA. Nanado Danko Kufuado Bayano. Agric growth RSA. Was so one district, one factory. Was he able to achieve all of them? Okay, me Bayano Agric growth from 2016 to baby a media baby do sisiano. The growth of diabetes sisiano. Oma peji mahama shano who say baby a growth nakono. Sebe yame ho sebe de aquaculture ne babe ka ho a. I would be able to reach water where I want to take this country to.
Okay.
It's a banner say because I may chum ama the aqua because here Kwame her Agric no a very sensitive. Sa aquaculture sebe ayeke.
And it's a priority area.
Kwame, a very serious. Because Ministry of Fisheries, you know how political that ministry is. The one boat here, you can't watch me. A very cry. Adbo to senate that kind of Kwame. They will frustrate you and confuse you. After for Kwame, one better class. You know more Habanasano. One better Kwame. A true Konya minister be or debut on a year contokwa. No babe money. These two ministries, Kwame, you have a problem. Media meyamwa, omuchiche ministries.
Okay.
Your ministries need you on my Kwame. Communication, say information. Kwame Ebomwa, I wouldn't have any problem.
Okay.
But Agric there, Kwame, we need to make sure say you bet the couple the two. Say that be a bit move forward. And two, President Mahama, as I saw you very careful, Kwame. So share 2016, 2012 to 2016. Ministers are na a boadoma or co-opposition. Kwame, it shouldn't be said they be a sankofona, they are known for those ministries. Et de biano, so Banahani are doing for the observe Dr. Maneboama. He was a minister of communication.
Yeah.
As to President Mahama's administration 2016, why do we still have to try the same person that sent you to opposition?
There has to be new faces.
Dr. Maneboama is a medical doctor for Christ's sake. Or medical field, what's wrong with it? And we should also not forget, say, with the exception of the Attorney General's office, one has to be a lawyer, a legally. Baby, the constitution, I can declare, say, Kwame Appiah Kubi me appoint to so work and housing. You should have an do an estate. Yes. You get me? Do urban planning. And send my mother take this position. Obia bet me I your pay. Baby or person oko. Or bet me I sell it. Dr. Kwame Adokofo no ye artist or ye art or tech. And obey a medical doctor. Nobody thought that Adokofo can change the face and lift up the defense ministry.
Okay.
But what we take the defense minister Saba since Fourth Republic is one of the best. Dr. Kwame Adokofo. You talk about the Belgian barracks. You talk about the Congo contract for the military. The military change you that our day for schools. Military you through Kromidi barracks. You talk about the Burma Hall and all that. He was one of the best, but he wasn't a security inclined. So, you're very careful. biti dibia na ma say say di we say last time no President Mahama time no omo ana no omo man ho. It is not necessary that we have to take the same people there.
But Grofon to be a gumo. Grofo your omo list no more circulating. I don't know any I care for. But the appointment no will come from them.
Yeah, because who be you should not ignore it. Some of the who be you shouldn't ignore it. But see the security coordinators Babonte. The list that the first person me ankasa me visualize it or ministry ora Bavlolate and Kubi watch. And Papa no mu.
Yes,
4 days ago,
for them they are experts. I mean, in that
area. They are experts. Yeah. But Bavlolate has been there before. Kwame, we have a lot of people with the security-oriented people. They are affiliated to National Democratic Congress. These people should be also given the opportunity. Okay. It shouldn't be always Ora Bavlolate. Kwame, sometimes a critique. A DB at the mouth.
Yes, but a different team Noah or the banner, former chief of staff, Prosper Bunny. So what? So first of all, a ban security architecture, defense. Okay, that ministry, President Bia, and then finance. President Bia making sure say. Or the Nipa were trusted the part to that extent.
Oh yes, of course. That's right.
Yes. So it's more of an issue of trust. Nana de cannot to an extent say obi nkonkwo ho na onkonkwo ye diabolic. Nana unya nipa bonifo bi de ne kose defense. Na won share that trust no, okay? But because say a party for that presenting the panaba say you have no choice. Now what did not question? I did mention here say or planning yeah,
it's true.
So my question is that why was Dominic Nitiwu for 8 years of Nanado's administration the defense minister? It is about the issue of trust. Okay. Obia won mujidie say nipa we die baby amedene kwa question. Don't forget say Oni asraf wode na ebe ye adwuma. O hwe eye Dr. Dokofo Abo ni dia, former president Kofo ni. So there is nowhere diabolically obeka se obi betimi scheme bibi in that effect. Otiase. To a far extent, yes, bevlola temu anyini. You may have new people coming up. Otiase. But obi a ono nso ni na ye adwuma da owo ni mujidie no, I presume say san or bepe or beyeno. And again, team now one more diabano, one more say interim. Okay, for now, one more na instead the affairs of the national security architecture. Maybe after the swearing in, the substantive appointment in Assibit Abba.
Kwame, it's fantastic analysis, no. And one of the sectors, Kwame, we should also be very careful. I think that the last time Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo had a hectic resorts, tourism, art and culture. You know why? There shouldn't be say obiti say miakasa minuaketwa Sadiq. Sadiq is known as a creative person. Obiti say Bibi Bright, known as a creative person. Ura Rexoma, creative person. Meme yamwa makache Sadiq da. Makache Budok. Makache Uncle Rex say Uncle Rex. I would have wished say Uncle Yam found that sector.
I didn't hear.
Because
you don't want your own people to be there.
Yes, because committee obi betimi akoho on the bichi na walaki bibi omo normally no womo ye green our that areas no they go and learn and excel. I remember Gus Hendik, the coach now wade Korea for South Korea for could third and World Cup 2022 omo ye in state no waso okọ we say South Korea no omo nim ball back kra omo nim ball ho hwe. So obia osua bobo there are two kinds of players, mechanical players and android players. The android players are the players almost just for phenomenon. Obi to say Steve Dodro, obi to say Lionel Messi, obi to say Neymar mo uso kutaboa uhuni say ya de wo no all the bichi. And you won't conform with mechanical players. Omo ya try mo football how to play. Ya to ball no man ya say for habo obi to say Thomas Muller Castellancanom, any players bia, you tell them how to play football. And according to football scientists, say, Sankofuni are more dangerous than Omomia phenomenon. A bit is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not a complete player. He was taught how to play football. So the bit when you phenomenon. Eti ufo bit is Madame Elizabeth Ofuswajare. The time as a tourism and arts and culture minister, Kwame. My minister is a lawyer. No one even share at the tourism, but her time they were able to give the creative that the first time the subvention, say 2 million subvention. Yes, I won't come back. On the time, and they were able to give the creative or be elevating to the ministerial status because that are creative agency in the tourism. You remember?
Yeah.
Jamaica say the time on 2-4 course share island. Amode Ghana culture di na call her equal creative yibia na created the niche. The time no munya the creative council nipa 34 omo advice abano about the creative and all that. Jamaica not masi. Good. So bisa ho say Sata mama no a creative inclined, but she was able to achieve. 80 please.
But sometimes I've heard you guys complain because of you guys.
Oh yeah, I know.
I understand, but the point is that Matisa yeah more complaining. Say you for more microphone even with Okrekumante, okay, as deputy minister, I've heard people say, I mean, for creative person, I'll be any deputy. Power bear na idea man, one for power be a man because as deputy there. Or taking instructions from the boss. What you say?
Yeah.
And to be hokra no person ye, na the boss disagree. And yeah, now probably so to speak. My way I am and creatives one who mupa. Okay. So beautiful money now. John Dumelo. What you say?
John says, Kwame, excuse, sorry, save that. John says, your man the deputy agric minister, and fantastic.
I see, because of the all yes.
Yes.
But naturally, or your creative person.
No, he's the one person that you can woo the youth into agric. The youth into agric programs, Kwame, you're launching on this country. It's countless. But you need somebody who is into the agric. Baby of fiber, or your jolly person, or your champagne and glamour person. Jolly champagne and glamour person. I will be a free say, Obi afri say Obi to say John Dumelo je and can fanu ko a certain area. Baby I ko kwatena office, baby o kwa kwaya glad, but this guy is the guy at Debi Oting room. How do you make a say? Obi Oting room Debia. So Kwame, say if you take John Dumelo as a deputy agric minister who has a lot of farms, big farms, rearing of animals, Kwame, it can inspire more youth into the agric sector. Today, Shano Koko Jono Kacha was say, Meme John Dumelo, may I go school Legon, but have seen it all, I've seen all the glitz and glamour. But I'm in the bush working, Kwame. It will inspire people to go there. Now, last the Speaker of Parliament.
Yeah.
I would have wished that Nanka Yin Kahwasem, President in Kahwasem, but maybe before Mr. Fachame. Sa okra kumantas me okay. Debi ameka odorata was saying it on one television. Na meka say yam fire nkro forma yam fire nkro forma no. Kwame, it wouldn't change anything. 127 of the Constitution, Article 127 was say in every financial end or every financial year, as a so man penini echo parliament not presented the budget. The make say the budget of the state. Edema Ghana, your present budget 127 was so man penny budget financial financial act no so the same thing.
Financial Management Act.
Yes, Financial Management Act also the same thing.
Okay.
And you say budget be a baby and your man penny budget. The finance minister can read it on behalf of the president. Okay. Now listen to me.
Now, so mommy, just a minute. Now, main call a year, Tamale Central, Emra. Now, many the former member of parliament, the Honorable Inusa Fuseni, many no Enkodi Enkomo Emra. Honorable Otemenka, good morning, Happy New Year.
Good morning, man.
Avisia Papa, na mete wonkana che. Congratulations as well.
Thank you.
I see. I'm sure say you did not anticipate a massive win like this.
No. We were a marginal win. Between 50.3. Then then we got to 52. Now in the dying days, that is 5. The dying of the campaign, yet he said to reach 55%.
Can you hear me? I'll be very glad if you can reposition yourself for me. I said, network no more breaking kakra. Na yeti
Exercise in the morning.
I see.
Okay, I will stop and talk to you.
Very well, very well. I'm grateful for that. But first off, let's begin from the Parliament House. Later on tonight, I dare say the dissolution of the 8th Parliament, Ebeba na after the swearing in of the 9th Parliament, so take effect. Now, as we speak, indications are that President-elect has said the NDC members of Parliament, the majority caucus in the coming, should nominate the Right Honorable Alban Bagbin as the next speaker of the next Parliament. First of all, let me hear your thoughts on that development. Why must it be Alban Bagbin? Is there no other person obetumi aye Jumano than to come in with Bagbin?
President-elect and so has an agenda to pursue. And so the agenda will be pursued in Parliament. So you need an ally in Parliament to be able to help you fulfill your agenda.
Okay.
It's very important that you have an ally in Parliament. Someone who the speaker in community speaker, you know, we have heard what has happened.
Yes, for last 4 months.
Donald Trump all that he could to ensure that the Alex Enya speakership of the American House of Representatives, and because of the agenda of Trump, you need an ally to be able to push that agenda. That's the first thing. The second thing is that Bagbin has garnered tremendous experience.
Okay.
The only person that started with the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and is still practicing the Constitution, Bagbin, or called Parliament in 1992. And from 1992, we're moving through all the ranks. Okay? Minority leader, majority leader, and a deputy speaker, and now speaker. And so, who is better qualified than Bagbin to know the intricacies of Parliament, the intricacies? Why minister before the intricacies of the executive, or contested flag bearership elections before, and so this is a person who is more than qualified to be the Speaker of Parliament.
Okay.
Number 3, Bagbin is on a record-setting spree or giant legacy be at home. I don't know who is going to be able to overcome or surpass that legacy. Or Safi as member through the ranks. Apart from Justice Annan, there are only 2 terms in Parliament as Speaker. Or there in this 4th Republic, those who came after Justice Annan, no, Omonina aye 1 term. But Speaker Bagbin is likely to get. Number 3, the president always signifies the person he wants to be the speaker. In 1992, the late George John Rawlings, President of the Republic of Ghana, chose Justice Annan. In 1996, he chose Justice Annan again. In 2001, the President Kufuor chose Peter Alagete. In 2004 or 2005, President Kufuor chose Virginia Sechi Hughes.
Exactly.
In 2008 or 9, President Atamil chose Bamford Ado. In 2000 that's 9. In 2012 or 13, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama chose Do Ajahu. In 2017, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo chose Maakye. In 2021, President Nana Addo chose Maakye again, but Parliament, the minority, chose Alban Bagbin, and Alban Bagbin emerged. And so, apart from Alban Bagbin, who was chosen by the members of Parliament in 2021, all other speakers of Parliament have been chosen by the leader of the country, by the president-elect, and in each case, they have gone through, except in 2021, the Maakye Anya Tuminu to continue in his term.
Okay, interesting. But what is so unique about the coming 9th Parliament? And should a year Speaker Bagbin get the nod later tonight, how should he position to be able to fall into the vision of President-elect John Dramani Mahama?
How should he position who? The President-elect?
Yes, I'm asking that how should Speaker Bagbin position himself after the nod has been given, so to be able to position in terms of vision what the president wants to achieve vis-a-vis through the Parliament of Ghana?
So Parliament is consensus. Parliament is discussions, and so he being the head of the executive, if the president wants to introduce an agenda, he needs to consult him on how the proper way to be able to do it, in order not to raise issues in Parliament. And I'm sure that President Mahama will, as and when there is going to introduce a policy in Parliament, have discussions. If those controversial, or if that policy is going to be to raise the temperature of the country, we'll have to discuss it with Speaker Bagbin. And so there ought to be backdoor channel discussions between in order to push the legislative agenda and also the policies of government.
Very well. Honorable, I'll let you go, but before you go, quick one on the leadership of the House, the front bench of the size of Parliament. As we speak, the New Patriotic Party, the party in the minority in the 9th coming Parliament, has named a year or more leadership. Left to the NDC to name the leadership, I believe, the caucus in Parliament. Are we to see any further changes?
Breaking. Will I not break it?
Yes, Honorable, I'm asking, sir, should there be changes in terms of the frontline bench in Parliament for both caucuses?
I can foresee changes. I can foresee changes. Some of the frontline members, the leadership of the minority presently, who will be majority tomorrow, might join the executive.
Okay.
So I can see changes. What I cannot say is who will move and who will remain, but I can see changes. And what the NDC is doing is to let the things settle. You see, because if immediately you name the leadership of the majority, you are by extension excluding those you have named from ministerial positions, and that can create problems for the party in Parliament. So I'm sure tactically, strategically, NDC is delaying the naming of the leadership of the majority caucus in Parliament so as to reduce the tensions that will come after the naming. Because when you have free officer or your majority leader, deputy majority leader, chief whip, deputy whip, 2 deputy whips are, say, why you are more free ministerial appointment?
Very well, very well. Interesting. But are we to see you again in the coming government?
Oh well, the decision to make me a part of the government doesn't rest with me. The John Dramani Mahama, or a chess player, he knows when and how to move the chips. Now he will not disclose his moves because all disclosing the moves people can foresee it. So he's keeping everything to his chest, and when it matters, he will reveal those he wants to work with and those he thinks can help push his agenda of state.
Very well. In that effect, we wish you all the best ahead of time.
Thank you.
We hope to work with you after the appointment has been given.
Okay, thank you.
I'm grateful. And that is the former member of parliament for Tamale Central, former chairman for the Legal and Constitutional Affairs Committee in Parliament, former minister as well, the Honorable Inusai Fusedin, and Anope Yenino Eddie and Common. 47 minutes after 8. This is Kessben 92.9. Kessben TV, live across the country, meaning Eddie, Mr. Speaker, Kwame Appiah Kubi. I'm highly grateful, sir, Anope, what joining your feed, no, and this is the beginning of your coverage and your day ebebro. Just stay with us now. And then from 10 p.m. The Parliament of Ghana, I mean the coming Parliament, which is the 9th Parliament, the directive the acting clerk at the Abano indicates sitting here from 10 p.m. echo and we'll be back again to give you an extensive analysis. Mame Emanachi, Namimano, happy New Year. Good morning, as I say.
Good morning, happy New Year, Minia.
We'll be fine.
Be very fine.
I'm going to say, I'm going to say, and so afunu nyina asese
Charlie the best New Year nancy any baby ana atwetwe
2 weeks be akọ no afunu nyina asese ade mu adam yehu na yempe baby fi akọ
you papa say we are fine you papa say we are fine
but year na start year there
so far so good.
Okay.
It's not bad at all. We are grateful, sir. We are alive because a couple of bad reports, including a family member, my senior brother who passed on just this Friday. Good news, mommy. But we are hoping, sir, going forward, Niyama be fine. Yeah.
Hope is a near my bear fine. I find weird that but Mamintio on the latest development ever.
I've been following for some time.
Mamintio now.
Just started with the president-elect Wena Odiabano. For me, I've heard a senior professor comment on that. Phil say, he should have worked underground instead of bringing this notice out. Honorable Inusa Fusenia and also say previous presidents have done same, but I don't recollect a notice. I know we heard in the media say they were lobbying for a particular head of parliament or yes, but to say you better notice, it's a bit something for me small. He could have done that behind the scenes
for Speaker Bagbin
nomination. He could have done that behind the scene. I have a little challenge with that. It's as if he's authorizing them to go strictly accordingly, because he could have still done that without us knowing. Not sending a notice. I don't know how it is.
Yes, but the practice has also been after every major election president,
yes,
say obe making an appointment of the speaker.
Yes.
So
but is it openly?
Yes,
I mean, recollect
mostly what happens is that one more editing okay, then it is announced in the house.
That's the 57, yeah.
What you say? Now one more Ankasa party, once they have the majority, they announces. Now last 4 years, was quite different because of the hang parliament. So I mean, reasonably, say one for dinner no one make you public announcement. I don't know. Is he why? And I say it ought to be have been underground, just as you said.
Yes, probably that's what I'm thinking. It doesn't change anything anyway. But coming back to you were just ending something with Inusa on the election of the leadership.
Yeah,
and I think it's right. What he said is right. With a majority now currently in parliament, it's right because say Omonfa list and embrace there will be a lot of agitations behind the scenes. So clearly they would see who exactly the president want to leave out and give positions to, appointments to. And so it will raise a bit of attention.
Okay.
Yes. So I think so far what they are doing is fine. What we are yet to see tonight, anticipating, is whether, because it's not a hanged parliament, whether there will be, I'm not sure we'll see what we saw in the last 4 years. 4 years. But there will be something which would also surprise us. We shouldn't be, our parliament is full of surprises. I mean, over time, you say you can't predict what parliament to do. But I'm hoping, say, tonight's session or whatever it is that will be done tonight will go smoothly. So far, yeah, that's what I'm.
Well, so we are putting some names together now. Just as you are saying, yeah. My point is that my concern is that the new patriotic party and they move the leadership for the bench, in the 9th parliament.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not, after the swearing in of the speaker, Ochina, president will have to swear before parliament.
Yes.
I don't know, because mostly no any debatable. I mean, you allow for the leadership to have the floor and then speak on issues. But the concerns again, say, obviously, Obia himself to force a ministerial appointment. Okay. And what again are we waiting for? Obia Zunim, clear, say the deputy, Amakufibua. Likely so being a ministerial appointment.
Yeah.
So what else are you waiting for? Because once you are sworn in, once the parliament is also constituted, a jumano has begun. A jumana shasiano. And a breben and a year change say you bet me a year that arrangement. Okay. Now Ato forcing you go born the or be the minister. You buy Makofibu a dear, then there is a vacancy.
Yes.
Oh no, ababedaho.
Exactly.
At what point in time, Anna o babebo ni pafufro din as majority leader. I feel one also babebo ne ho settle in. Okay. So at the end of it all, we are talking about government business. A bit me are running smoothly. Why don't you do that concurrently with the election of the speaker? And then once you know the speaker not taking the seat in the 9th parliament, concurrently, Obiano Asasi dada. Because already, Afenyo Maakye mo de one more train.
Because someone need problem with anything. I mean,
exactly the point.
So,
but by now the NDC should be clear.
But by now they know. They know.
Exactly the point.
You and I know they know. But bringing it out is the issue, because behind the scenes, a lot of lobbying are still ongoing, are happening. People want, of course. I mean, these are some of the things we know will happen already. But like you said, the earlier the better. But they also, I mean, taking their time to ensure say Bibia goes smoothly. Okay. I mean, we know how politics are. I mean, we play politics in this country. It doesn't matter. I mean, even within inner our internal politics, it's serious. Things are going. Names. So Wawaka says some
names. They say a round.
Yes. You understand? So,
but the rounds that's
where I don't want to preempt exactly, but they didn't make actual. There are things going behind the scenes. Exactly. Okay. A lot of things are happening behind the scenes. So let's see exactly what happens.
But we have put together some. I mean, 4 people are. Personalities be a woman keen in Ghana's parliament, say on the NDC bench. Okay, I mean, any of them
who anticipate to say
me anticipate any of them could be a majority leader, and then based on regional balances. Okay, a bit me happen, sir. Okay. I mean, I've heard some of them also speak on other networks, indicating say woman crowd. And your ministerial appointment, they said they're here on Mubibre. Okay,
so they've made their minds clear on that.
No, people agenda. for 2028. And for them, omo amaban ni mukrana, they will be okay because scandals be bad. Okay.
Okay.
I've heard such pronouncement as well. But I mean, Mahama Yariga is from the north. He's been in the house for a very long time. Our experiences, ready for the picture too. Obetimi Ababeye majority leader.
I've heard people advocate.
No two ways about it. So that is what joining your Facebook any TV so Haruna Idrisu is a former minority leader. Okay. In Akufo-Addo's first term, president, His Excellency. Now, a lot of issues be bring a year day, one more year reshuffle no ma a year because Ato Essien a year the minority leader. So he's still in parliament. Many have said me who list be bring supposed list of ministerial appointees are Haruna Kuradi and don't forget. President Mahama Ewini 2012. I mean, we'll make your appointment. You saw a lot of hitches, a confusion, with Haruna Idrisu appointment. Haruna Idrisu appointment. Tamale
demonstrations,
party offices. Now, I mean, the Microphone circulate, Menkaje the office of the president elect. They say the Microphone air circulate, Haruna Idrisu Edi. But he's also one person. Undoubtedly, say obey majority leader. I mean,
fine gentleman.
He's able to do the job very well. Muntaka Mubarak, I got a lot of experience over the years from chief whip. Okay, who are here Juba National Parliament or Muntaka. I do the city of Aceh. What you say?
But he has experience. It's worse than you're saying.
So I'm saying
he's done a lot of. Yes.
He can become a majority leader. Now, he served as a minister before, youth and sports. We handled that ministry. He was also part of a year, Haruna Idrisu. At the time, I want more SSR, one more a year to force in it. Amakofibo Mobile. But now, you look at Haruna, he's from the north. Mahama Yariga is from the north. Ashanti region. Okay, has been a bit dormant with the NDC. Major position be a free waba. Na Haruna is from how do you call it? Muntaka is from the Ashanti region, becoming the majority leader. I think it will be a very good compensation for the Ashanti region. Okay, for 2024 election. About one more 2 years NDC. And a kwanya Muntaka Faso a handle as a wasi seat. Okay, it will be a good upliftment for him. Say in times past, people even feel say party and share that entry in a year. Okay, would the minister issues and buy whip. I mean, I don't see a best son and who casa be. He was rising and very vocal. I mean, from the time I son was a whip, or call down on said down Kasabibre, any idea. But I feel said this time wrong. Say party air reward with the majority leader, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Now he's from the Ashanti region. Then you have Bernard here for the honorable member, also from the voter region. So these are faces. Wamubetimi Ababe handle the majority side. In our anticipation, it can happen. Okay. Over a year, I'm not being diabolical. I'm being realistic.
This name, I'm mentioning it. Looking at the regional balance issue there.
Yes, but I'm giving you the regional balance. Yes. So you have two nordness. Okay. Now the question also will be, in my anticipation, it may not go back to the north because you have a president from the north. You have the speaker from the north. So the majority leader must not go to
probably other positions somewhere.
Exactly.
Elsewhere.
But the Ashanti region and the voter region are compensating NDC in this election. I don't think anything bad to have anybody within these two major regions.
So which names from the voter region?
So the voter region
are you looking at?
You have Honorable Bernard here for a very experienced man in the house. Was also a lawyer. Okay, he's the person I'm taking because most of the people from the voter are vying for ministerial appointment. Bibrina Elobe, the Okujetos, and then the Abuja, right? Governs Munidano Elobe for ministerial appointment. I'm even to Crawford because others who are called Rose and Asa or called Western House. I'm talking about governors, Abuja. And all those people you are eyeing, no, eye different positions.
Yeah, no, they don't want to stay in
Parliament. I am talking about the majority leader position.
Yeah.
Now, Ashanti region, play a major role. Enti muntaka every ho eba.
Okay.
Say ya man ministerial appointment near the majority leader manner and bad.
Okay.
But
now,
Kwame,
yes.
Kwame, save that, Mr. Ofache.
Nanka me back weapon so we are nanka mama makas.
Aha, or the you be back weapon so. But you see, muntaka then I will have a problem.
Problem near there.
There be watch Madrid CBB so but one kasa no me say what some now kind the pa but one kasa override as na kind. The president from the north.
Yeah.
Then the Speaker of Parliament from the north.
Exactly.
If you get a majority leader from the north, it will be a problem. Muntaka is from Ashanti region.
Exactly.
And as we all know, that the 7 books of Konfuanuachi that codifies as Ashanti Constitution. HSA, you Ashanti Bema, you are an Ashanti by birth. Any Ashanti Constitution, Kanti Muntaka, Togbe Fuga, Bras Mubarak. They all see themselves as an Ashantis. But the name Muntaka, yes. You see, you take it to Parliament as majority leader. He qualifies, Kwame. Watra Parliament since 2005. He's been to Parliament since. But I'm telling you by fact, Siasa the Muntaka Mubarak Koye, majority leader. People will see Muntaka, not somebody from Ashanti region, but they will say that the government from... You get me?
Now, but the reality also is that the seat will crumble.
And from Ashanti. That's I know.
He belongs to the Ashanti caucus.
Ashanti caucus. Yes. But Kwame,
is it the name? Is
it the name? The name.
Is it the name?
So the Michi. So Muntaka, for example, I think that it should be given a ministerial position, which, for me, a bit me amana it's like what happened to him 2009 as a sports minister. Obemeki amends.
Yes, but
to prove a point.
You're majority leader, just as I was saying to him,
you can still.
You are a parliamentary affairs minister. Okay, you're a leader of government.
Yeah, I know, but you see the majority now. I don't want the NDC government dominated by the Northerners. They said the year can because now we have a speaker of parliament as a Northerner, the president from the north, then the. You see the 3 arms of government on what year can. Then now for the near called the judiciary. So I hear the chief of staff also chief justice
Chief justice just saw that.
Okay, so already 4 years.
So I don't know what
Kwame.
Typically
Kwame so fashion.
This issue too, we have to the leadership, the position, because I proud to today. I mean, we've had issues about hair removal, all these they will do machinations, and you come and talk about it, but you can continue.
Kwame. Adebia,
leadership parliament.
President Mahama Adebia, and he said, "Ya my adrenaline course." And you're very beautiful. Now, I'm even short of adjectives to describe it.
Okay.
Kwame.
Yes.
It is not a hidden fact. Say, President Mahama had a feud with Aban Sumano Bagbin. Yo Krumhasi, we heard Mr. Aban Bagbin or catcher President Mahama so incompetent for choosing a stammerer like Dr. Mane Boama as a communication minister. Yetihana Mr. Aban Bagbin, catcher President Mahama say, Dr. Dana Nyamefa Chemi say, a visually impaired person, or a minister for chieftaincy affair because Obi did them no. Sometimes I fear my own quite fear. No, say a chieftaincy minister was a big blow. It tells you that President Mahama was incompetent. The same person said that party no problems, especially in parliament. Sometimes assembly banner person call President Mahama ho na one ne call twatwa Jojo about the party and normal course of parliament now. Onya opportunity direct access to the president unless he goes to Dr. Randy Abbey. You get me? This situation is so normal with Naka Hubi. Emma Abababi contested President Mahama in 2009. You see, the love letter President Mahama Diama Abababi no Kwame actually say where show maturity. I'm not talking about say President Mahama helped you to become a Speaker of Parliament. Sorry, Speaker of Parliament. See, nominated. As for that one there, the caucus of NDC caucus or Parliament as a minority side at that time. You understand? Appiah being backed because that time
there was support from the
that time the flag bearer was no more a flag bearer and you have no power. Or Parliament to be so you bet me I say at that time as the minority caucus in Parliament nominated Ora Bagbin. But this one from President Mahama who been persecuted by Babin. And one man the love letter said this man is my Speaker of Parliament, my nominated. Kwame, it's a fantastic. Yes, you be from. That's a maturity. Now the two. Osha Ora Alana Jeti. From DF Annan to Alana Jeti to Bejina Sechi Hughes to Banfo Ado, Sophia Banfo Ado to Do Ajaho to Maakye to Babin. Kwame, nipa 2 and then your problem a form nomination. 2 1 Ora Lanjeti. Ora DF Annan. You're nominated no so a UPN.
Okay.
But the NDC overlooked that in 1992 because LPP did not go to Parliament. You get me? Then in 1996, when he renominated, they said that the UP people who are come to Parliament, they don't need this man. But he went there to prove a point. You understand? As one of the best speakers of Parliament, Ghana. Now, Ora Babin, because of the problem that he had with President Mahama, that is one. Say he's going to use the Parliament as a machinery to block the future possibilities of President Mahama as a flag bearer. Kwame, that is one. You should not forget. The cordiality between Babin and Chairman Sabuzu. We are aware Babin came to Swami to do a primary. The friend say, you remember that? You remember that campaign for Chairman Sabuzu on promise.
So the relationship,
both denied, and Chairman Sa was also on the north campaign for Babin. They denied, but was a fact. Now Kofofi say, Papa no Obano, it is not for NDC, for no self to be used to the Parliament, you know, at the Benya good standing for him to get the flag bearer ships a slot. That is one. Also to work underground for New Patriotic Party. But Kwame Anyasa, this man and about Parliament, say, when you read the Order 47, we can speak Ghanaian language in Parliament. You understand? Because according to him, he said that the Order 47 says that English and they communicate to a Parliament. The official communication you say a dialect and that's a language English and they communicate to a Parliament. Okay, that's fine. But obi betimi asesize ne self so person can Ghanaian dialect and that's a language be or Parliament ubetimi aye but a specific dialect be and you selected three money dagbani money not all the 46 dialects. Now he said that ubetimi aye sade no but until so betimi aye sade chair Parliament are providing gadgets and interpretation boot, you know, all this stuff and sana what me I said. So papa na betwe ya dwesi su say say Ghana cry Parliament no se bibia to turn akwamu a ye betimi aye according to you the Parliament does not have money to bring all these gadgets. That is one. And two, who say Kwame voice vote no bakai. Voice vote say ye call Parliament na preliminary ye voice vote na say those who say I support say I, those who say no. Papa we na buy na me hu say si ebe voice vote na we ye minister na anya parliamentarian when you do more parliament and you have to go out for the voice vote no vote to take place because say ebia now you support New Patriotic Party, ebia now support NDC. Now when you're member of parliament, and about when you're member of parliament in Ekwakoto Abano, it is Yamoa Soren Fuha, and Kofo shouting yes or no now. Ubetimia Kabi, Amana ya louder, I want to assume Amana passing wrong judgment. This man at about BNE, but all day, speaker of parliament Abano, from DFR now to Alajete to a Pharisee, yes, to Baby Abdu Sisian. Nobody was able to tell us.
Okay.
We had ministers in parliament. Near voice voting. No more Kabi. Papa na Yerduma. The frustration. What the NPP for from? The frustration what the NPP for from.
There are people.
The e-levy.
But there are people criticize him that the NDC guys who criticize Oba first term, the first 4 years, he wasn't working for the party in parliament, but rather the second term, 4 years, of your say he was really doing something for the NDC. But these are criticisms which will come anyway. Like you said, I mean, the president elect is appreciating him, despite the open criticism from him Bagbin. And this is what democracy is all about, to be able to judge and work and work in tandem for the betterment of the country. So I think it's better.
All right, 12 minutes after 9, Maminda was in Memfa asedane be mabua for EKD phones adaroma and pay one more abuaya na EKD phones the mpacho ope phones a ye papa ope phones mpacho afia yesibui uyusu a ebeche ede amawa esese oko eye EKD phones for asweye na okokoje papa no efree ho na EKD phones adaroma nti say one more day a year installment payment head ya ba mpacho to phone na twetua ne nkakrakra obetimi edi sikani bia to ase na afi womo ene waye nhyehyɛ ama obre na watumi aboaboa wo ho atua de aka ne nyina nkakra EKD phone sɛ woyɛ obi a w'ani gye ɛyɛ iPhones hondia anope bra na wone womo emra mede nkomo all brands of phones are wo pe bia phone bia wo pe gisu say Samsung say ye Tecno say ye iPhone de wo pe bia no o de bra na wone womo emedi enkomo womo behwe obotom na afi womo ahwe budget na afi womo ne watena say ayen hyehye no wodi bi to ase no na afi wo yusu phone no na de aka no so otua ne nkakra anope unya we e oba bia sa policy we EKD phone sadaroma ana womo ede aba baby a wo bia no pay for womo na woni womo ni nkomo oye obi nso a wo pay phone accessories ede agu shop mo o pay bia to o pay see o phone no ede mawa but your favorite phone shop no eye EKD phones omo ana no pay make am for ede amount bra enkran ha na woni womo eni enkomo womo ewo eye American mall no emu womo ye opposite omo ne eye Odo Rice ana edi nhwe ni mo ewo Kwame Nkrumah circle enkran ha and I'll pay for one more on 0539 985750 0539 985750 and after 0536 787973 na woni a year EKD phones for any enkomo and I'll pay na one more ebejo so ayen sheye no mpacha fees sa phone no na afi na shase ya no kakranka krasa na ye de ko ye ni ma no pe mo adaroma one more ebeboa wo ye pa na ODK Herbal Center for Adaroma Mpacho. We say the woman number 1 and one more ODK Herbal Center for the Mpacho. Ya we be a ye kwankro Mpacho with the chinchin ache. We your hoshia eye and open Mpacho ODK Herbal Center for semini winning komo na menkancho say a brenuni say wo mo be treat na afi we ya we bia no e hawa no one more to me, a yin no, and dear free. What when you're asking, but you wouldn't to me, whether I say a hamatan, a baby, but you a crabby, now will find it difficulty in breathing. And pay baby as I will call a year ODK Herbal Center. Stroke ya rear ajuni pediano, aboso offer baby ajuju. But you say a mouth, in oba ODK Herbal Center for what? Omutu as ye precope edible. Typhoon. fibroid hawadwe sciatica da hawadwe anopay pacho woni ODK Herbal Center for any and south for emo afei abano ni pedua ni mo digestive system no ewo issues jo baby ana wa anxiety STE ana so se nkase no baby abu ana se wanya de friend dislocation of the bone anopay ni nyina no ODK Ventures and Herbal Center for Adaroma betu yare ni nyina no ase ede ampacho herbal clinic wo mo bie ede ama se ene wo mo the natural herbal medicines ana e treat wo yare ni nyina anopay se wo won cry ene ne mpate wafo ani chiremu ewo eye Makati Hill wo mo ne Akawe Hospital no ana ede nhwede se wo Kumasi ene ne mpate bo a wo be ko Bremai West wo mo ne Shell filling station no ede nhwede anopay woni ODK Herbal Center for any enkomo na wo mo be so ahwe etu yare ni nyina no ase ene aba for wo mo on 0505 518104 0505 518104 and after 0544 929758 0544 929758 na when ODK Herbal Center any enkomo anopay Drobian now I say 19 minutes after 9 set year Kasano pay at exactly 11 o'clock President-elect His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and then outgoing President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo together with their Vice President Professor Jenado Bukwajiman and Dr. Alhaji Mahamoud Bawumia Ewo Jubilee House. One more Ebeshia. This will be the final and the last meeting, and then to also help the incoming government. One more tour of the Jubilee House. Now, I feel one more take stock inventory of Enyema Ewo Jubilee House. Obampeyi Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo hand it over the President-elect Ura John Dramani Mahama ansana wachina Nyameya Adoma swearing in no Etimi Abaso and be on the lookout for that. We'll bring you more updates on that particular visit to the Jubilee House. John Dramani Mahama and His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Wamunyina no ebeka bom ayenisa anope no nduba akopepepe na afi wamo etimi akwakoshase ewo the seat of presidency. Now we'll bring you more details and our reporters will be there. Senior presidential correspondent. This
will be the second time. This is the final four the president, Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo. I mean, he will take him. There's a routine thing. President Biaba, new one by Omoye. So it was the villa. The Jubilee House, the villa, and then the Jubilee House itself. So there will be tall, like you said, inventory, and they have tete-a-tete. Then these are prior to the swearing in. So these are processes leading to the swearing in for tomorrow.
Okay.
Actually, that's what it is.
That's what it is. And we just following it. We'll bring you more updates on that later tonight. Yabani Betnasia, Yanobedisa, and Komono. But Mr. Clement Akolo Atanasi, one of your director of communication for a year Parliamentary Network Africa. He's in the studio. Mame Emma Nache na Memana Kwaba. Chief, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Nambom to say.
Boko.
You didn't come on phone so I'm glad to have you in the studio.
Yeah. MCCC, I hear speaker idea. Oh, I
forget. I like that. You just take over.
Yes.
Zagolo Pajocho microphone the bra with him kakraba. Now, a pump to say Happy New Year.
Many happy returns. Yanko Pondi Ache. Adomna.
Okay.
It's no.
I finished 30 years there.
Oh, I started here. You can't complain.
Okay.
Na afi Yanko Ponso Bishia Intino. Inshani de Ejini.
Amen. Ishrawa no Ishra yina so na bibia ye pepepe. Parliamentary Network Africa. We are very unique. We follow proceedings of Parliament across, the West African sub-region, African countries, Bebrea, Parliament, Mutimi, follow. Mamintio, so far, preparations are Koso, the Independence Square, and our Black Star Square. Yedim say a Parliament, and a year movie the free baby away at the Aquacosi Blaster Square. But Mamintio, so far, processes are more monitored the air cost of the preparation. No, your take on it, not Yantuaso di Incomo.
Okay, said okay, the process never cost war is an extension of Parliament.
Okay.
It so far, if the preparation is going on well, just that some skirmishes with regards to MP select, we are still hearing stuff, coalition and all kinds of injunctions and all those things.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Worst case scenario, those particular people involved
will be exempted.
That will be set aside so that the process will go on. Because at any point in time, they can be sworn in at any time. So if you are not sworn in at this time, any point in time they can do that. But
okay, now can be for Anusi and Sanam about.
Oh yeah, now me can say like so far everything is all right.
Okay,
we are going forward. Anka, there were some speculations about who is going to be the speaker and all those things, but that speculation
has been settled.
Yes, has been settled with the proposal that was made by the president-elect. It's not a foregone conclusion when it comes to the books or the constitution and all that, because it's not his place to do that. But it's just like an advice. But this advice, carries weight because he's the president-elect. And looking at the way our constitution has given the president some powers to intrude into the the legislature, so they are looking up to the president to give them some favors. So can be Bisana, Charlie, who are you? Because you want. So we believe that that has been settled.
Yes, but president, in times past, saying say president, I want a favorite person. Or nominate for the position of speaker. Mostly nanka a subtle and more public domain to say the announcement we a buy, is it in the rightful perspective? Say Abani say.
Okay, we understand the dynamics.
Okay.
And under normal circumstances, it has to be done underground.
Okay.
And we know that whether underground or not, they are involved. The president and the political party are involved. But just that it doesn't come to the surface.
Okay.
But this time we understand the dynamics. The reason why I say we understand is there were some speculations about some people and the president not wanting to give his blessing to the current speaker and all those things, and it was giving a lot of bad energy to the incoming government.
Okay.
So in order to settle that, said the bear and a lobby no enkoye bebre na enkoso the problem for the political party. I think that they thought it wise to really put it out there and shut everybody up.
Yeah. Okay.
So it goes against the precedent a bit, but when you look at the generality of what it is meant to do, you can understand.
You can understand. Moving forward, Ghana for share what are we to expect? Processes, the dissolution of parliament, saying, and then the swearing in of a new parliament, symbolically, what does it signify? So
the dissolution of parliament, we all remember just about 4 years ago, the new parliament, and they swore them in, and they went through the same processes and all those things. And Ejiomutumu said, we members of parliament because they've been gazetted to be members of parliament. Until you are gazetted, you can't be a member of parliament. And the way the parliament is, the chamber of parliament is for only those who are elected in there, including some ministers. If you are not a member of parliament, you don't have to enter there. That's why Oko Honoma, they refer to you as a stranger. It's, when they take you through this process, it means that now you have been given the authority to be able to enter. So this members of parliament is here, when there's a dissolution of parliament and there's the new ones are sworn in, those old ones do not have authority
in the chamber.
Into the chamber anymore. Your work
has ended.
So you don't have authority to enter anymore. So this time they are going to dissolve the 8th parliament.
How do we dissolve? To make sure say you dissolve it. I mean, what are the pronouncements made?
So they will the speaker will come in. This time they have put some new innovation into the standing orders, where the speaker will give a validatory address to address the House about all those things that have happened in the 8th parliament. And the laws they be able to pass, the difficulties they've gone through, and then preferring some how do you call it, some solutions for the future. Then the pronouncements will come in, and then finally they will dissolve the parliament at midnight. At midnight, then they will dissolve the parliament. They will cease to be a parliament going forward. Then the new ones will come in. They will set in. They will also be sworn in, and then after that, then the processes will go on. But first of all, they would have to elect a speaker. And then the speaker will swear them in. That's the interesting part of it.
That is where my confusion is. So, I mean, you mean a member of parliament elect, Yatuabano Edia Yime, right? Yenyan swear me in. So, in my view, me a member of parliament yet. Floor niso hokrano mean to me chamber name. How come say yeni a yen swear ye in no yembom the ye babetu abadi ye speaker?
So, on say people in you or more leader. Now the leader must be selected first of all, and Sana he will lead the people. But it is the people who must elect him. Now, once they have been
electing him, I'm saying say legitimately, legally, which authority do they have to elect the speaker of parliament?
Once they've been gazetted, they've gone through an election process. Now they've been gazetted, accepted. Go through. So gazette it's left with just taking the oath. But they've been gazetted. They are the elected people. Now they go in there and then they will use that process to elect the speaker. After that, then the speaker will take them through the oath. The oath.
The oath of office, the oath of allegiance.
Yes, to bind them to the state.
Okay.
To bind them to the people.
Okay, let us understand this. From the period where we annul this 8th parliament, there will be a gap. So, which means from say the 12th till say we my gazette by inside now be nominate leadership or leader no.
Yeah.
Now we don't have parliament. That period. Do we still have parliament?
So the stopgap at that time, no, the parliamentary service is there.
Is there? Okay.
There's a small vacuum, but at that time it is the clerk. The clerk of parliament
and
that takes
processes.
over. Okay. So if anything happens, it's the clerk of parliament that takes over during that period in time. But that's why it's a very small.
It's a small
period.
Small period.
Okay. And that period is catered for by the clerk. And to no better not say now what supervise the election of the speaker.
Yes.
Right.
All the processes that will go through until the speaker is properly elected. It is the clerk that takes over.
Okay. Now, after the speaker, elected, what happens next? Clerk no swearing in, right?
Yes.
Now, who is the clerk of parliament? Because it looks as if say woman or backdoor, but or some level of authority.
Yeah.
The clerk of parliament is the principal administrator of parliament.
The chief executive of parliament.
The chief executive of parliament.
Okay.
The speaker is the head. Is the head, but politically, but the clerk no onona bibia shenesa. So if anything is going, it is not the speaker that signs. It is the clerk that signs.
Okay.
So the clerk must be a proper technical person, a proper civil servant.
Our parliament procedures.
Parliament procedures, I say, because so that's why they rise from the bottom, having become a clerk to committees and all those things. So they go through the process until they get to where they are supposed to get to. And I'm sure you are
law-making processes and so
yes,
even though I'm members of parliament.
Because like what we're having now, the new members now mobile. So if the clerk does not understand, sometimes the clerk has to assist the speaker.
Okay.
Because if the clerk doesn't know the processes, it will be very, very difficult to handle the house. So most of the time, it is the clerk that is the backbone
of the
parliamentary procedures. It's in a BB clerk also. The clerk draws the attention of the speaker and says that no, this procedure is supposed to be this. So very smart speakers rely so much on the clerks because one year is
what it means is say over parliament for front obenya parliamentary proceedings ne right. I mean the one with TV you see one the current acting clerk of parliament. I don't know. Yes, Humajido. Why is he acting? The other one I need him no retirement, Anna.
Yes, ne time and so occur retirement.
Zero retirement.
Yes, occur retirement. So he has proceeded on leave to his retirement. Ahuma Jitro has taken over as the acting clerk. And he is very, very experienced and a technical person in that particular field. He's also a lawyer and all that. And he's a very solid person to be the clerk at this time.
And it is expected, Sir Ebenezer Ahuma will be the one or chair the election of the speaker.
Yes.
To see, say, you bet me elected speaker Bagbin.
Yes.
To be back again in the 9th parliament. But on the statement about Bonting, Bamenkai, about summoning of parliament for the first sitting of the first meeting of the 9th parliament. So, our question will be maybe quite an interesting one. Or say, know ye all men that in exercise of the powers conferred on the clerk of parliament, I, Ebenezer Ahuma, Jitro, right?
Yeah.
Acting clerk to parliament, appointed under Article 124 of the Constitution and pursuant to Order 82 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, do hereby appoint Parliament House, Accra, to be the place and 5 minutes past 12 midnight on Tuesday, 7th day of January 2025, to be the time when Parliament shall sit to elect a speaker and deputy speakers for the administration of oath to the speaker and members of the 9th Parliament. So he has stated, say 5 minutes after 12, and the new members of Parliament elect, in the chamber. Now, omo duty, one, the kind to elect speaker and any deputies, and then 2 to take the oath of office and then allegiance. Okay, and that is that. Now, may Baby Bisa say, oh, you're member of Parliament, I have to obey you. Say, from now till time, I best what are you supposed to be doing in Parliament or around Parliament?
So, we now say register.
Okay.
I doubt it if you are a member of Parliament, except for those who have challenges with their
registration,
coalition, and all those things. I doubt say if by this time you haven't registered, then there must be some really issue wrong. Because at this time there you should have finished.
So be I
register. Now why you ready? Just waiting because the dissolution will happen just before midnight. So until I'll say 5 minutes past 12. Past 12.
No more nothing.
Not on my year. Sad dissolution every year. That midnight, that 5 minutes. It is the new parliament that is coming in. Say by this time they say why your registration
so when your registration you will not be allowed into the chamber now.
No, your registration, who is going to recognize you? Because they must keep records of everything. It's in your registration now. Registration maybe they will not come and take the oath.
This is a serious business now, because registration no come no. I just said the Oko University now when be school near register courses. Okay. Now ubehun is a easy exercise, but a very important because registration in the parliamentary staff ma name tax the DCC tables ne so mo bia hu ni sitting position what you say we backbencher obehwehwe odin ne constituency baby esi because odin ne obi bia no eboso. So what it means is that when you registration now, then you are rather creating difficulties for yourself and the parliamentary staff.
Nobody knows you.
I see.
I'll say by this time so when now I won't say you are not part of those who will be in there.
I see.
So you should know say maybe in late whatever issues are holding you. You wait.
Yes.
No, you'll be sworn in later.
I'm asking because funny enough, not to catch you, but funny enough, MPs ni bebre to about more movie because of the festive season. No, do na so omo constituency. Bebre so omo ye Thanksgiving near there. Obi wo kra na e be sending communique no, but mebe na mebe ochina. So I mean, some of the things may happen.
So if it happens,
what MP told me, when you're member of Parliament, about where he told me a day before yesterday that they were giving a text message.
Okay.
Both a normal text message and WhatsApp.
Okay.
And they gave them the deadline. So you have no option.
Deadline for registration.
Yes, for the registration. So you have
no
option.
Now because
I know now the Oka rush guy. May I please mistake
So it's very important. It's
a registration
important activity. My issue though to ask is that from the period now you dissolve one. I mean, so old member,
yes.
You have to exit the chamber.
Yes.
Immediately.
All of you have to exit. The thing is there.
Is there any consideration?
No,
because
they all have to exit because the name tags would have to be rearranged.
Okay.
Because be brave free mu.
Okay.
And the new ones are coming. So the whole place would have to be rearranged. Maybe I'll be a better.
Yeah, my time I also
yes. Because when they do
so even what it means is that even within 5 minutes, a lot of things
on
the floor.
No, listen. What they do is that sorry, I don't have to because I'm copying from you. What they do is that say we are registration we are. The parliament will arrange according to the alphabetical orders. The names in alphabetical orders. Then after, the caucus will start arranging them based on their strength, the seniority, and because I think the frontliners, the backbenchers, and the middle benches. But and yet, you need the clerk and members of the workers of parliament. What they do is they arrange it in alphabetical order. It's in a crowd who say will be a first timer. Basically, you don't expect that person to be there. But after say today, then the leadership will also start arranging them.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, that's why. Because who be there? The chief whip will be there
from the NDC side.
Yes,
but already there is leadership in place.
Yes,
okay. The NDC caucus has leadership in place until say Bibi Besesa and I did the info from Biabeba. Mr. Kolo, if I'm right, one more they continue to hold the fort for the party, for the caucus.
Yes, but I believe that their leadership will come on before they start the new parliament, because all that would have to be arranged before. But it is also likely that the old ones will still take place until the appointments start coming in, because some of them who are at the leadership position now would have some appointments when it's going to the so something like that may happen.
Interesting times ahead. The NDC side, no, because for the NPP there we know already say maintain leadership now, but from about 8 o'clock air corner will digest the issues now after yetimi ama watching now come be
a former member of parliament be there send me.
Okay,
or say sometimes in the Omian said now kind of leadership no yedika dada.
Yes,
so obi a obebiano yedika arrange numbers no two no number o bafo o so afi na o bo so wo hoda da o number seat no ya name seat no hoda numbers no hoda da aye do dina akobo two ko ya na unu baby abo yes. Okay, so as time goes on you we say bia uyo good and say bia you na fe ye push you ba o ka PC appeal for you. But
I'm told say the whips for the caucuses, and then making sure say omobeye those arrangements. Okay, so Oshba the NPP side, the caucus, because as it stands now, NDC has over 183 seats. The NPP has about 88, with a year I think Ablikuma North is still outstanding. Over a year 4 independent candidates. So obviously NDC side ebeye more. So a lot of the seats, will have to shift from the minority side to the majority side. Now, after arrangement, but we are told that whips, will guide that. Maybe I will be better from the front. I mean, seats, the back benches. Now, but it's an interesting one. We may have to wrap up. Now. Yabekwa saba enumre yaba na the details naba yakobanswa will take you into perspective yabebo the previous year videos about what to be how our proceedings ni nyina no esi efa eko akosi ochina nyame ya adoma anopa before say swearing in no event na nkasa ebefrase Zakolo, just about 30 seconds yen wrap it up na yen sorry sir.
Yeah, just the background say now we can say whips take over or do those
the arrangements,
but they don't do it whimsically.
Okay,
they do it in consultation with the political party and all those leaders, because they can't do it by their own. But all being equal, we are hoping say by the end of today, everything will go smoothly. We don't anticipate what happened some 4 years ago.
But Speaker Bagbin, I say, on admit seat now controversies. I mean, he may not admit those people into the chamber.
I don't think, sir, it lies in his mouth to be able to determine who qualifies to be in the house or not.
Okay.
If the person has been gazetted, I mean, we are all using laws, the law of the country to work. So if the person has been gazetted, I don't think that he can so much to say that I don't want to see you in my chamber.
Very well. Nadia,
I mean, I'm happy he's explained a lot of the things to others. There's a very good education, and it's all kind of. In the evening we'll come and then wrap up with what. But it will be an interesting. Although he's saying that we are not anticipating the AC some 4 years ago in Parliament, but this Parliament is unpredictable. We know. And we are hoping, say, like you said, smoothly. So let's see what happens.
Okay. But I say, Mamina Chocho industry for Asianope, Womwada Romba, Chocho for Abuaye Yipa, na Womu product in the Egumwa Hodo Bebre. Chocho Opo say, Uwidiano Etoswa, Omo Edi Chocho Aloe Vera, no Edi Abba. No, Pacho, who used to a year Chocho shower gel, Ubia, na aloe vera, no, Odibi Astra, Kama Pass, na Abuabo skin, no, Etibi Atosu, and which you know, the Chocho brand in terms of tea, Nina, no, Ewo drama, so, Opese, Unum Tia, Ebebua, ye, Ayo, Mujumama, who did some Quaba, Nipedia Moa, SNF at Benum Chocho Tia, no Pebia, Opese, Opano normal breakfast, Pacho, bet me the milk, and yes. Situate at home. Now, so person find the drody and farm from Ebeboa we and which you know, white, yellow, pacho, your bar, menstrual cramp, how was it? No, it was here at the bar. Chocho natural soap, no, Udria, you with the sense, who will be a hobby. Echimia Buama on the Pedian and Yadahoye, the Chocho cream, no extra stradia, Nantema proponina, no echo. Ebwa ama wedi and carboni via I hope the tuning in no I say at the mouth petrol hair for shampoo in no ewo conditioner no the ye dandruff bia ajo trimi abosuna but on in no I say ebetu at the and pay only a year Chocho Industries for any Nantema proper Onsemo Ed, but obey you Chocho hand cream, and I feel Chocho food cream. What the Astra or Nantema na feel one set. Ebebwa uye pa adopay for one more on 055 181 5388 055 181 5388 and after 0244 657430 0244 657430 and after 0244 727348 na when Chocho Industry say ni enkomo se opese utunu dudu mo a obeko suhum in the eastern region but yo eho ana obehu o menwechi no okomo sahodo supermarket ahodo shops ahodo ni nyina no ubenya Chocho product ni nyina bi ewo ho na wachibi atobi me de Kwame Appiah Kubi anopen mame enna sports team no ase na me na wan kasa nso wase enumre from about 8 o'clock aircon no will be back na yene wo ababa soon be na fe yatinase for the swearing in ceremony of the 9th Parliament. And stay with us till evening. Stay with us and enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning. God bless you.